All right, so I'm up again this morning. Let's see. Uh, Jesus Christ the same yesterday, today, and forever, like I said, all right? And as was and is to come. And it's not up to you when, but he will come back. Mm-hmm. And the space between his return, right? In like manner, and the same way. He keeps coming back. If he has to, until we get the message. And we're sinning, not God, and not Jesus. Now he might do things you might not like, and like Satan, don't want you to like what he did. Say he was with 8 women instead of 1. Would that bother you, ladies? And that's why Peter didn't tell you. It would bother you. His own wife committed adultery against him, and she was brought to him caught in the act. But they don't want you to know that one of the words means wife, and one of them does mean woman, but it opened up with wife was brought to him. And that would mean his own wife. Now, they don't say it like we do in English either. We have more, what's the word? Uh, Adverbs or describing words, right? We're more a descriptive language, right, than Hebrew or Greek, right? See, we kind of add things to it too, so it will make more sense to us, which is okay if it's in the right context too, right? Now, if I say not yet touch me, or I say touch me not yet, which do you think that means? What do you think that means? Or touch me yet not. Yeah. Or do not touch me yet. Right. What does that mean to you? hmm Don't touch me at all. Don't touch me ever again. I know. Can't be, because when she went and got the other women and they came back later on, right, more towards the cracking of the dawn, because he was with the first sighting was before dawn, and you understand it was still dark out when she first went to the tomb by herself. Who would be more concerned with Jesus, her husband, being dead anyway, her ex-husband? Anyway, even my ex-wife came to the hospital when I was in the hospital, fool. Even though I was divorcing her, right? But it turns out I was wrong. Jonathan is my son. So that means there's a possibility Patrick could be too. I don't know, right? But that don't mean I can't get you pregnant, and that don't mean I can't, right? If Jesus is healing my body, all right, day by day, right, I might could get you pregnant. That's all I can tell you. I know, right? I do have a sperm count though. When I went for my what would be the word? When I went to the VA to check it out, see if I had one, it was low. But I told you I have wet dreams sometimes too, and you're not supposed to do it for a week. I don't think I lasted the whole week. See? Now, yeah, when I was around Teresa a little bit and before I was on being celibate. No masturbation for 3 years. I know. But I did gain some weight during that time, right? I went from 240 to 320 something now. I guess. So the scale says that they gave me that I bought from them, right? Maybe there's something wrong with the scale. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm 320 something pounds or 330 pounds. Mm-hmm. Ain't saying I ain't a little bit bigger, maybe 10 or 15, right? But not no 20, or all that, right? Do you think I look that big? I mean, even now, right? I'm just a little bit bigger, right? But opinions are opinions. Facts are facts, and you can lie either way if you're trying to harm me. Because I might would fuck I'll be in a truck if she came to me and I didn't know it was her. You know what I mean? I don't know her. But I'd also fuck his daughter, right? If she did the same thing. I don't know her either. I know. Ivanka, I know. But that's not up to me. That's up to Ivanka in my world, right? See, I don't really know I'm having sex with anyone right now except for Molly Z about 11 years ago. Dude. And of course, the weird nail job recently went over an hour longer than it's supposed to, right? And I lost time, right? Two, meaning someone either tried to shoot my ass over her, because they wanted her too. And instead of sharing her with me, they wanted to block out my memory of it. But I paid for the nail job, but I wouldn't pay to have sex with her. But it's not a sin to have sex with her unless I pay for it, right? Though she did take $3, whatever that meant, as a tip. Now the tip, like I told her though, was I always tip people a certain percentage anyway, which is 20%. Now if the nail job is $38, that's at least $2 per every 10, right? Now all you would do is take off 40 cents for the last $2, or you can give her the remaining 40 cents, right? Which would be $1.60 for the 38. Times two, right? Dollars, right? Would be $8, right? That's why I wanted to give her $8. So she could have something to eat, right? And she took three and gave me the five back, but I put $2 more dollars on the card, right? I still gave her five, right? For whatever reason. So, no. But she's acting weird by then, you understand? She's a little scared of me, but I'm not the one threatening her with violence. He is, And she don't work for me, she works for him. You understand? I can only be around her if he allows me around her. It's his store, right? See, he owns and has written that store, that property, right? Not me, not you. And I don't treat her like a whore even if we did have sex. I make love to her like she wants me to, and I hold her tight if I could all through the night. That's up to her. If she's gone by morning like Mary Bell, or moves in with me like Daphne, right? I'll treat her right either way. Even though technically we only lived together 4 months, right? Right. It didn't become a problem until she went and got her daughter, and we were a typical family until then, right? And then she started some kind of strange fight, and I had to pick her up and put her in the bed that we had for her daughter anyway, and left the room. I walked away. He walked away. I knew she was baiting me anyway. I know what that is. I know what that is. But she didn't expect me to pick her ass up and put her in the bed over my head. From right to left. In other words, I picked her up with the right hand and put her over my body into the bed, right? So fast her head spinning. And left, walked away. And then she might have been pissed off about that, though. And holding a grudge to leave me stranded in Tennessee anyway. That's always part of the story, because my mom knows that shit happened too. So does my sister, so does my whole family, Right? Because you talk about shit when shit happens, Daphne Walker. You know that. And you don't own me, I'm not your property, and you're not mine. Quit acting like a slave owner. Is that how your dad treated you? No. Because trust me, it comes from your upbringing too, right? But again, you're not witnesses to any of this, and this don't happen to you either, huh? I don't know. Whereas sometimes, like Joyce Myers, all you can do is forgive them their trespass against you. Even if it's your own father, Daphne Walker. If he's an asshole like the other assholes, I don't know. But even he can repent one day like Joyce Myers' dad did. I don't know if he will or not. That's up to his stupid ass. But if he don't, he's going to go to hell, I guess, right? Satan's side, right? When he dies, right? And he'll go down, not up. But we're all meeting it. But if you're a creature of habit, you're going to do the same habitual things as before. If you're following Satan and not God and Jesus, right? Now, the spirit of life made the planet through Jesus. But the way he's God is he serves to be served. You understand? The way Satan is God is he wants you to serve him as if he's God and there is nothing else but him. One of them is wrong. One of them is right. I have said, you all are gods and children of the Most High, but you shall die like men. Why? And fall like one of the princes, like who? Satan. The rebel, the enemy, who entices you with how Jesus designed him. And he's designed through Jesus too, right? You might say literally he's his mother and father, or metaphorically he's his mother and father, but he is before Satan, fool. And you live in your delusions what Satan feeds you, or you live in the truth of God that Jesus tries to feed you. You feed the beast, or you feed the human being, right? You're supposed to be. And no one else feeds it but you. Even though you don't want to admit it. Now, if you don't want to follow the truth, it's not my job to make you, but if I know it, I gotta testify of it, right? All I can do. And the truth helps me survive a gunshot if I'm being shot, right? Because trust me, if I'm blacking out, he knows I can kick his monkey ass one-on-one. So what, he's not going to use a gun? Or he's just going to try to hit me over the head with a stick? No, he's going to use a gun. He's going to use a gun. and pretend I'm the criminal when really it's him. No. See? And the girl did do something with me, motherfucker. You and I both know it. Only thing is, you don't want me to know what we actually did, but I paid for the nail job. Right. And all that was part of the nail job. That's why I can remember that. But if it is a sin, Jesus can blot it out as if it's not a sin, right? Meaning I don't have to remember it or not, right? And what does the saying goes? Forgive and forget, right? I forgave her and I forgot it, right? I didn't make it an issue. You are. You're trying to make it a crime as if you're her master husband, right? As if you're fucking her however old she is too. Or you want to if you're not, and she's not giving it up to you, but she gave it up to me because of my gentleness towards her. You know what that means? Because the women in the salon were saying I was a wreck when I wasn't, and I had to prove it to her in the bathroom or something. I don't know. That's a guess too, right? Based on my personality and not knowing the Vietnamese language. As well. And I'm alright. Don't nobody worry about me. But they're categorizing you. Pop, rock. Can you do it all though? Then you're a singer. Then you're an impersonator. Then you can do it all. And they can't label you anymore either. Are you a country singer? A rock singer? Or a pop singer? You can only do one. Liar. Or a classical singer? What genre are you? That's putting you in the box. That's labeling you. Too. I can do it all. No reason you can't. It's like with the gifts of the Holy Ghost. Do you want to compartmentalize it and say, oh, I can only do this gift or that gift or that gift? Or do you want to do it all? Do you want all the gifts? Miracles, healing, speaking in tongues, right? To unbelievers. You shouldn't have to speak in tongues to a believer, but sometimes you might, because they're not might be believing in everything they're supposed to believe, right? So that's the problem too. If you're not believing everything you're supposed to believe, but only part of the truth, you're still knowing in part and prophesying in part. But when that which is perfect is come, that which in part should be what? Done away with. Done away with, I know. Then you should know in full. 100%. No longer 30 or 60-fold, but 100-fold. And today, those who are saying they're 100-fold are not. Because you're testifying of yourself alone without all the scriptures being shown to men. I'm showing all the scriptures to men. I'm showing men other religions without fear that they are against God or Jesus any more than any other false religion is. And if we're all false, we're all false prophets. We have to discover the truth through the lie, which is easier or harder than you think, ain't it? Right. Have a good morning.